Hello, Donna here. In today's video, I've got some paper punch corner ideas for you. All I've got are two punches. I've got one that's got a scallop edge and one that's just straight edge. Both of these punches belong to my mum, so I figured I'd have a look through her stash and have a look and see what she's used these on. And what I figured out is that she made her own corner embellishments. So I'm going to show you how she made them and a couple of ideas that you can make them, and you can use them on pockets or in the pages of your journals. They are so easy and so quick to make. You can make a heap of them in all different colors and just put them aside and then cut them in half and use them for your corners later on. But look at all these papers. How beautiful would they be used up to make your decorative corners, just to randomly pick up and put through your journal when you're ready. The ideas I've got to show you are simple and effective, and I'll also show you how you can resize it so you can make smaller corner embellishments. The first one I'm going to show you is a matching set. I've just pulled this page out of a card stack, and I've gone through Mum's things and I've picked out a frame. So I've cut this frame out. So whatever's left over on your card sheet, using the scallop, just cut out one or two of those. And I've only just made it. I'm just going to turn my square around on an angle, and I'm just going to put it on the center line of my cutting mat, and I'm just going to mark the center of that corner. You can eyeball it or you can pencil mark it first. I'm going to put my ruler down and then just cut that off. The other way, of course, if you haven't got a retractable blade, so get a longer pair of scissors so that you can put it on that corner and head over to that corner and make one clean long cut. So this just makes it easier if you can do it in one cut. So we love distressing all our papers. So you distress the edges and you'll notice what I mean. That piece is white and that piece has now got that lovely edge colour on it. Off camera, I've put a bit of colour around the frame, and I'm just going to get a page ready as if I was putting this in my book. I'm just going to sit that down in the corner and sit that one up in the corner and show you what it looks like, how effective it is. So there's your 2-page corners ready to go. That's if you just decide to put 2 in. Then if you want to go further, once you've sewn your signatures in, you can put 4 in. So there's your second option. If you want to go further, you can add your decorative frame. Now let's add one to a pocket. This is an existing pocket in a small journal. So I think, okay, it's looking a little bit lost sitting on this page here on its own. So let's smarten it up a little bit. So let's just cut this one in half. And then I'm also going to show you how to resize it if you want to have a look at it smaller. Okay, so I want to have a look at that. That's not looking too bad. It blends in a bit, but it doesn't overpower the pocket. So I'll show you how to make it smaller. The last time I put my pencil mark there, and I cut across there, and I got an even half, which gave me a large corner. This time I'm going to cut from there to there and there to there. So I'm going to cut that middle piece all the way out. So I'm going to put my ruler on there. I'll show you, I'll give you another tip. Put your blade, see the point of my blade, I'm going to put that right on the edge of that scallop. Then I'm going to tip it up and put my ruler, lean it up against my blade. Then I'm going to pivot the bottom of the ruler around to the bottom of that scallop, and then I know that that is in place. And then I'm just going to gently and put my finger over there and cut that off. Then come back and hold it if it's not cut all the way through, and cut that off. Now see how I've got a much smaller corner? I'm going to turn it all the way around to cut the other side off. I'm going to put my blade on that corner, let the ruler hit the blade, pivot the bottom of the ruler around to the bottom scallop here, do the same, put my finger over the top and just cut that off. All right, now I'm left with a small piece from the center. You can put that aside and you can stamp a tiny little embellishment on that, or a sentiment. This one here will ink up again, get rid of the white off the edge. Now that to me is a much better balance for this little corner pocket than that giant corner here. There's a fair bit of difference in that size. And you can take it even further and go down to the second corner. So there to there, you can go from there to there and have an itty bitty corner. So pencil from there to there, turn it around and come to the second scallop. You'll also notice that you're left with this beautiful area in the center that's going to be very useful for a sentiment. So cut that off using the longer scissors all the way across. You've got a teeny weeny little corner, very useful. And you've also got a label for a sentiment, and that all matches. Okay, so if you want to put your label up here with your sentiment on it, you get your little itty bitty corner that you made and pop that in there and glue that into place. Now this one I'm going to show you is a plain cardstock, and I've embossed it. This was also in my mum's stash. It's a beautiful embossing pattern. Look at the difference of embossing just a plain cardstock. These are beautiful corner embellishments. Now to make them smaller, you do exactly the same and cut that piece off from corner to corner, or from scallop to scallop I should be saying. So now that's given me a little plate for there, a corner for there, and see how the paper is green all the way through? I don't even have to colour that if I don't want to. If I want to put some distress ink on it, let's have a look and see if it'll take any colour and just give it a little bit more of a vintage look, which it does, and I think it looks great. Even on this dark colour, all it does is it offers it a bit of a highlight. You can see the difference between it being, oh here, I'll show you this one. You can see the difference of the plain colour and with that little bit of distress ink on it. And if you haven't got a scalloped edge square, that doesn't matter either. Just use a plain edge cut square. I'm just going to use the Belly Art Glue to glue this down because it's only decoration. It's not going to, you know, like be doing anything, holding anything in any pocket or anything like that. It's just going to be sitting on the top. And how easy are they to put in place? So this one here, I'll just throw a sentiment on it, and this is what it looks like all done. I've got one more idea to show you. These envelopes were left over from my wedding. My husband and I used these beautiful envelopes to send out for our invitations. All I did was give these envelopes to my mum, and she put them through the embosser and just done the edges. Now I've got all of these left over, so I thought, well, why not go ahead now and, you know, use up these leftover envelopes. So that one there, I'm going to use the corner shape again and cut that out. And I've got a lovely, beautiful paper that's given me a lovely satin finish for a corner. And if your punch damages your paper like that one has, just cut it off and make a smaller corner. Here we go, I get two sides this time. There might be a little more waste here than I'm wanting, but at the same time, those envelopes were wasted anyway because they had writing on them. I couldn't use them for too much else. So I had to, you know, make a decision and say, well, you know, what will I use them for? Now I've got myself a full set of the larger size corner. Yeah, that'll look pretty good on there. You know, like on a darker tea-dyed or coffee-dyed paper. I was really looking forward to seeing these ones done. They look great. Just two different sizes. This is the full size half and that one's cut shorter. Get your punches out, ladies, and go from this to this. Beautiful. I'm Donna. Thanks for watching and bye for now.